It's like Monsters Inc. Michael Wazowski just, that scene where he goes and he sings to the child, and the child laughs at him, and that makes him power. So there you go, the power of laughter, or the power of children laughing at you, one of the two. Without context, this who knows where this is going. Is this Temu
and
but on steroids?
Yeah.
Temu versus Sheen. Who's going to win?
How much sugar have you had today?
Surprisingly, not enough. That's maybe why I feel so fucking depressed.
Oh my God.
My bad language. Oh, I need some sugar. Right. Do you know what? Every day I go to work, I rely on energy drinks, and I used to think that it was the caffeine. You have the caffeine-free... No, scratch that. Reverse. You have the sugar-free energy drinks. Doesn't really do a lot. You have the sugar ones. You feel amazing. You feel just alive. You feel good.
I found a
sponsored by Monster.
I love Monster. White Monster.
What the hell is White Monster?
It's the sugar-free one, but tastes like lemonade.
No, thanks.
You want sugar,
disgusting.
don't you? You want some sugar?
I didn't know they buttered up piss, but there you go.
Yeah, it's called Red Bull.
Your piss tastes like lemonade? Give me.
Maybe. I don't know.
Milk lemonade around the corner. Anyway, right, so let's go with this. Hi, and welcome to Budgens Screen Movie Club. I'm your host, Mark Goddard, and it is our summer special. Yeah, I'm never letting you guys do this again. Fucking hate you. We are doing the choices of the team. So, as always, I am joined by my movie-loving co-hosts. First up, it is Taz.
Hello.
And their choice this week is Jules. We've also got Niall Whitlock.
Hello.
And your choice is National Treasure. Two very good movies. Marcus, you're a prick. Treasure. I hate you. I hate you. I hope you die. And you did Mamma Mia.
I love you too, Dad.
So, as all, not on camera. Right. Anyway, so as always, we all kick off with what have we watched this month? Because I haven't really spoken to you guys all month. So, Marcus, what have you seen this month?
Do pornos count?
Yes.
Yes.
One moment. Let's get the old list up, shall we?
It's too long to remember off the top of your head.
Well,
you're going to need a bigger podcast.
So much hentai.
Well, let's wait for that list, shall we? Do you know what? I have watched a grand total of, apart from the films that we were scheduled to watch today, of course, I have watched Adverts, and I have watched, to be honest, a bit of Columbo, but I think I've mentioned this about 10 different times on the podcast. And what else? A few tutorials, actually. I've watched some tutorials. They had subtitles, so that's kind of like reading books, isn't it? You're reading words, it has a meaning, you understand something. Just like a book.
Marcus, you saw Longlegs.
I did see Oh my God, how long ago has it been? I did.
A while.
Oh, no, right. Interest sparked. Longlegs and Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw that as well. That is a thing. How did I forget that?
We'll talk Deadpool Wolverine in the end because we've all seen it now. Continue.
What do we all think of Longlegs?
Not seen it.
It was good.
I quite liked it.
Nick Cage has done better. He has done better. National Treasure is a great example.
Yeah. He should have done National Treasure, but as his character in Longlegs.
Maybe with a little less grey. Maybe with a little bit, maybe like a perm, like an afro. If he'd done it as an afro, and maybe a little bit of a lipstick, and a bit of blush, a bit of rouge going on. He could have looked pretty good. Like, what? Why would he have rouge in his arm?
I said he would probably look like someone's aunt. No, he's got rouge on his arm.
Sorry. I thought you were the weird one here. All right then. Whose aunt though? That's Longlegs is someone's aunt.
He does look like someone's aunt in that film.
He's so scary.
You know, it's a bit like a wine aunt who's gone a bit off the rails, a little bit off the rocks, and not having whiskey on the rocks. Just like she's fully like, who knows, just gone.
You know those hoarding shows where they go in and there's that woman who's like in her late 50s and she's collected 1,000 newspapers.
It has 20
She
million cats.
Nick Cage looks like that person.
Yes. Except in the film, there wasn't quite so much hoarding, but more of the lack of anything that would sustain life. Like a sink, a washing machine, a fridge.
He had a sink.
There was a
they
bed.
were all upstairs.
There was a mattress. I suppose. Wasn't any brooms in sight. How you meant to clean the floor, huh?
True. There was no broom.
There's some key things here, but that's all right. We'll let that slide. It's a film after all. What's anyone else watched?
So, you done? All right, cool. Right. Fucking Christ. No, what have you seen this month?
I saw a lot of legs. I've seen Deadpool. I've seen Better Call Saul, which I'm rewatching again. It's a lot better the second watch through.
Which
I found it
season
quite boring the first time. Season 5. I'm quite close to the end. I think. How many is there? 6 or 7 seasons, I think.
There's 6.
6, I mean.
There's 6. So yeah, I'm pretty close now. Yeah, I forgot how good it was. It's brilliant. What else have I seen? I haven't really watched anything else, but I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima on PC.
I did start that once. You can pet the foxes, right? It's really cute.
You can, yeah.
That's the main reason I got it.
It's adorable.
And all the Mongolians you can kill.
Wait, sorry, what? Like old age or modern age? Because
it's old. It's old age. Yeah.
Is that okay?
It's like-
I don't know. If we say that's all right, then I don't know how we sort of sit there.
Yeah, see, when it left my mouth, it did sound a bit weird. But that's what it's
All
about.
the
so-
Mongolians you can kill.
All of them.
Does Genghis Khan?
So, yeah, I've been having fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Taz, what have you been watching this month?
I saw the new Alien today. That was pretty good.
You good?
Is that out already? Oh,
Yeah, I think it came out yesterday. But I really like the actors in it. The main actress in it is really good. Because she was in Priscilla and Civil War, which I really loved. But it also has this guy in it who is in Rylane, which is a rom-com I really, really love. And it's just nice to see him in like a big movie. So that was good. It's actually pretty fucking horrifying at the end. And it's directed by the same guy who did the Evil Dead reboot. So I kind of like was pretty excited about that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been so into seeing this movie. But I was actually really surprised. Like, there's a lot of I would say it's a little bit of fan service and there's callbacks to the original, but it is like enough of its own thing to still work. And I think it's a really amazing looking film. Like, the cinematography is awesome, looks incredible. I saw Trap last week. Loved it. I'm just such an M. Night Shyamalan defender, and I just find his movies so like funny and endearing in a way. Like, this man, he writes like he's never heard a person talk, and I kind of love it. This film is less egregious for that, but if you watch Old, you for sure see what I mean. But I did also love Old. I thought it was a really good film, actually. Even though it's like, I don't know, I don't go there for like the realism. I go there for the fun, and just, you know, for a good time. What else have I seen? I saw obviously Deadpool. I watched Weird. You know, the long the Weird Owl thing with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually really fun, and I love Daniel Radcliffe so much. Like, I think he's just one of my favorite actors. Everything he's done since Harry Potter is pretty great, pretty much from what I've seen.
it's very magical.
Yeah, I just think he's really like made a great career for himself despite being in such a huge franchise. Like, he's gone out and done like really interesting things. So to see him, like, he's actually a really funny guy. Like, I love that show he's in. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's like he's in heaven or something, and there's like Steve Buscemi is God, and it's really funny, and he's great in it. Yeah, I also saw when I watched that, I decided to watch Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which is like the parody of like music biopics. It's quite an old one now, but I hadn't seen it before. That was also really, really funny. And I don't think I'd seen Twisters last time I was on here. It was great. I loved it. I still haven't seen the original, but yeah, this was actually really good. And like, yeah, it's so good. yeah, I love Glenn Powell. He's pretty great. The action is awesome, but there's also like a lot of like character stuff going on here, and like there is like drama as well. You know, like it's just like I don't know. It's I like it in that kind of Godzilla -1 kind of way, and that it's got like the human story with it, as well as like great action scenes. And I don't know if you guys have seen.
So third with that one, it's supposed to be that the love interest don't even kiss in it.
No, I love that.
Perfect the way it is.
Because it's like it's kind of like the relationship is like built up, and then you don't even see it, and it's just kind of like it's kind of the start of a relationship, and I kind of like that. And it's like, oh,
Cool.
where's it going to go from here? That's kind of cool. I like that about it. Because it's not really necessarily about that. It's about the main character getting over her fear of like something happened horrible in her past, and then she has to like get over it. And it's great. Lots of great action from her. I haven't seen her in much because I know she's in Normal People, that show that everyone loved, but I really didn't like it. But I don't hold that against her because she is good. But yeah, the last one I saw was Robot Dreams, which is an animated film, and there's like no dialogue in it. But go watch it; it's really heartbreaking. It will hurt you. 10 out of 10.
You're really convincing us here.
Yeah.
I like
it's so good. It's about this like all the people in the universe are like animals. So the main character is a dog, and he's like really lonely, and it's set in like 80s New York, and he decides to get a robot friend, but he goes to the beach one day and his robot friend gets stuck, like he rusts up and like is stuck on the beach, and he can't get him back and like out of the beach. So he's like, it's so sad, guys. Like,
it sounds like a never-ending story.
No, it hurts though, and then they have great music in it as well. Great music in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we recommend.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm picturing like someone's on a beach and they go, "Oh no, my friend's stuck," and they sing a musical about how they're so distraught, while their robot's like, "Please, just help me." He's like, "Oh la 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 la." He just runs off.
Cool. Did I watch the new Planet of the Apes last time we spoke?
Which one? Because there's quite a few of them.
The new one, Kingdom
one. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 to the series now, isn't there?
Yeah, the new one's called. Yeah, the new one. So I watched Kingdom and Planet of the Apes.
What a wonderful day!
It was okay. We enjoyed it. It's not one of the better ones in the series, but you can tell where it's going, and it's going to
high praise.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not one of the worst ones we've seen. It's not Mamma Mia, but you know.
So it's not that great then.
No, it's not shit like Mamma Mia. So we watched Dog Gone Trouble, which is about a dog who's owned by a rich lady who dies, and her relatives want to take all of her assets but don't want the dog, and they realize they have to get the dog back to get the money. But then he gets picked up by a very loving new owner, and talking dogs, cartoon, blah blah blah. We're watching One Piece, the TV show still. We're almost finishing that. New series comes out soon, which is good. We're working through stuff that we missed out on because children. So we didn't get much on the web TV anymore. So we're working away through that. We're on a couple more episodes left at the end of it. And obviously, as we've all seen, Deadpool. We won't do a full proper review. Just going to get all your thoughts on it. So I love it. It's probably one of my favorite Marvels, my second favorite Marvel film. I thought it was hilarious. It was definitely fan servicey, but amazing. There will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, I'd go see it. The cameos I loved. It's a shame that Nicolas Cage wouldn't do Ghost Rider, but apparently they did ask him. Yeah, they asked him. He didn't want to do it. So
I heard it was because of budget. Apparently, they already blew their budget massively.
He don't know. They wanted him, but Nicolas Cage.
This was at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
You said no.
That's one of the one people he wanted. It's him and Blade. Because apparently they didn't have a long running feud for all of their careers. It was just a joke, guys. Only a joke. Lol. No, I loved all the cameos. I love Blade coming back. The little twist with Chris Evans
Yeah, Johnny Flame.
That was funny.
He's gonna say it.
Yeah.
Flame what? No, I loved it. It's probably my favorite film of the year so far this year. So, Niall, what do you think of this one?
Story's terrible, and I loved every second of it. That basically sums it up.
Pretty much.
Classic Deadpool.
It doesn't have to be a good story because it's not supposed to make any sense. It's supposed to be shit.
Yeah, but for the money, they could have had both. But I feel like there was a lot of moving parts that changed. But it feels like it's... How do I explain it? It's like one of them fighter games, you know, like the soul-scrolling games, where you want everyone to fight. So you just sort of have a little bit of backstory to it. Yeah.
I know it went through several different scripts, apparently, until Kevin Feige went, Marcus, your quick thoughts on it?
Before I say my thoughts, I just have one question for Niall. Why was Thor crying?
Hey?
Why was Thor crying?
Thor crying because Deadpool was dying. And in that world, they're lovers. Oh, yeah, you can't die. Well, maybe you can die in this one.
But also, you have got Doomsday and you have got Secret Wars. So he'll probably die in Secret Wars.
So many.
Yeah, go on. Your thoughts on this one?
No, I love the film. Literally, like you said, it was a perfect amount of like they sprinkled sort of like a shit story, but they made it so comedic and just it kind of works. Like everything they said made sense to a degree. Like as in, you can sort of sit there and go, yeah, I can see that happening to the point where it worked. Gotta say, the Calverine, I could see that happening. Who knows? Yeah,
that was good.
Who knows?
That was
it's definitely not going to happen.
I'd rather have
he turns around. I was just like,
but, I was going to say, I really wanted Daniel Radcliffe to make an appearance.
Yeah,
because I remember there was like rumors.
You're a wizard.
I heard it so many times that I thought that was definitely going to happen.
It still might though, because it depends on what universe. Because obviously Secret Wars is all the different universes combined into one, so you're going to have different variants turn up. So
yeah.
Taz, your thoughts now?
I feel like the only person in the world who didn't like this movie.
There's people who didn't like it.
Everyone I know loved it. And I have to rain on their parade when they ask me what I thought of it.
Kick from the chat.
No, I have too much respect for Taz.
I wanted to like it. But it was just I enjoyed the action scenes. They were my favorite thing about it. Any action scenes set to pop music, I'm also in on. Like, I just love it. Like, it's so fun. But at the end of the day, the jokes are just, oh, I'm horny, and there's just a bunch of cameos, and I'm like, this doesn't make it a good movie, and just acknowledging it doesn't make it a good movie. Just because you said, oh, this is a shit story with cameos, like that doesn't make. They still get what of it. I was actually kind of mad the more I thought about it. Like, I came out like disappointed, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, I actually really don't like this film. So yeah, that was how I felt. But I did love Peggy. I was a big fan of her before this movie, so when I heard she was in it, I was like, yes.
She actually looks like that.
She actually does. She has actually won the award for like Britain's Ugliest Dog. Yeah, that's how I knew her, is because I'd seen her and I was like, I am obsessed.
I do follow her on Instagram now.
It does have the best intro of a Marvel movie though. That opening fight scene where he's fighting.
And I did like the
body.
I did like the Chris cameo because I thought it was a very funny subversion. And even that made me a little bit happy. I was like, oh, they remembered. he was the other one before. Yeah. No,
it's the Blade one that got me. I actually went, oh my god. Like,
good old Wesley Snipes.
Last time I checked, wasn't he in prison for tax evasion?
Good for him.
He had retired,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm always happy to see Channing Tatum. Like, a Channing Tatum cameo is always really good. Like
in Bullet Train.
Yeah. And
he's about to make a name for himself.
Who's your voice coach? The Minions?
That was my favorite joke.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we can't like everything. We know this.
And I did actually rewatch the first film as well, like the day before, and see it. And I didn't even like that as much as I remember liking it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into that humor anymore as much. But I thought I was.
Yeah. Weirdly, I rewatched the second one, and I liked that a lot more than the first time I saw it. I think that's actually the best one out of the three. The second one.
Okay.
I'm very surprised Cable wasn't in.
Yeah, so was he apparently. So was he.
Josh, it's Brolin, isn't it? Yeah. That was a shame.
He thought he was
should have
going
been in
to
there
be
at least
as
Thanos.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Unless they're bringing Thanos back, which they might. Because I know with Doctor Doom kills Thanos and starts Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So
there's so many variables, especially the multiverse. It's like anything's possible, and it's so hard to keep up with it all. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Deadpool. We're here to talk about two good films and Mamma Mia. And we're going to start this podcast with the shit film in this very nice layered cake with the shit at the bottom. So we're going to do Mamma Mia first. So yes, Marcus's choice is this piece of shit, Mamma Mia. So yeah, Mamma Mia is about a girl who's got a slutty mum who decided she's going to sleep with 3 men in one holiday. Can't now figure out who the father is. She's cool about it. She just wants to know who her dad is. So she invites 3 random men who probably aren't even her dad. She probably slept with more men, right? And then these are 3 people that she remembers. And one of these 3 people is supposed to be her dad. And this wedding happens. And then, the mom gets married instead. Oh no, because she's like
hijacked it really.
And then there's singing, which will make even the most avid musical fans ears bleed and eyes bleed and soul bleed. Pierce Brosnan can't fucking sing, and let's get my points later. No, I'm gonna go first for a change. So yes, Pierce Brosnan can't fucking sing. For shit, he shouts half the music. Okay. Let's just go for the list, shall we?
I've never seen him this angry about anything.
No, I'm the one in the background.
This is like when I watched Leprechaun Origins.
Keep going.
I'm having a Niall moment here. All right, you know we used to have Niall awards, yeah? Right, cool. I'm going to give my own Niall award. The worst film we've ever fucking done. And this is Mamma Mia. And I'm talking even the baby. Okay? I'm talking worse than fucking Cocaine Shark. And it had no shark or cocaine in it. So, this is a waste of 2 hours of my fucking life watching this fucking piece of fucking shit.
2 hours and 16 minutes.
Is that all?
Marcus,
that felt 9 times longer than
that. Marcus can take this film and shove it right up his penis hole. Right? And he can indent it right into his body and create the vagina that he has made for himself. Fucking hate this film. Hate it. Marcus, your thoughts?
Well, I got to say, Mark.
Also, I'll waste him.
Go on.
No, waste him a good cast. All right, got Colin Firth. He's normally a good actor. He's shit in this film. Pierce Brosnan.
Don't say that about my gay dad.
He was Bond, goddammit. He shouts everything. Anyway, right. Not Helen Mirren is in this movie. I forgot what her name is now.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Yeah, not Helen
Only
Mirren.
one of the most famous actresses in the world.
Not Helen Mirren.
This is wonderful.
Julie Walters can't sing, and she's a sex pest.
No, iconic.
Leave the man alone. Look, leave the man alone. Just found out
I thought she was going to rape him.
Yeah, pretty much.
What the fuck?
This poor man, right? I just found out he could be. He's now 1/3 of a dad for some fucking reason.
Well, it does explain that one, to be fair.
A chance on her? No, you fucking sex pest. Go fuck yourself. Right.
I mean, he does it.
Yeah, because he's forced to. He's like disgusting.
If you watch the second film with us, then you understand he cheats on her. But
shut up. You also find out nothing. Who's the dad? I don't know. Technically, Pierce Brosnan must be the dad now because he's married to the fucking wife. Right. Okay, done. Right, Marcus, your thoughts.
Oh my! I think everyone could agree with me here. I've never seen Mark so passionate, not so strongly. Wow!
He's never coming back again.
Oh,
that's it.
No, I honestly, I think he's got to grab a tissue just to, get the emotional tears out of the way. He's like, right, calm down. Let's drink a tonic. Just get back. Right? there's a tonic. Tonic for the nerves, whatever it is. Are you all right? Do you need a moment?
You just had to take some blood pressure medication.
do you just need a...
Yeah, because I'm old now. This feels fucking aged.
And a 2 and a 1 and...
Look at the cute kitty. There you go.
Right. I have some notes on this film.
Really?
So, some fun facts. Did you know that the scene
how can you write the word shit several times?
Ignoring that, did you know the scene when Sophie is singing with Sky on the beach, you can see in parts of the scene she's actually wearing joggers. Now, apparently, during filming, it was very, very cold. So you'll notice in some scenes, above her waist, there's a slight bit that shows that she's wearing joggers. There you go. I can have that one for your books.
Yeah, that's the best film fact I've ever heard in my life.
That's not worth it. Right, go on.
It's something, all right. Right. Anyway, other than that, some fun quotes.
It's awful.
Film.
Yeah.
When Tanya, the lovely tall lady with the sort of pixie cut with black hair, well, I assume it's black. I don't know, to be honest. When she gets told, "What do you suggest we do with 3 men?" and she sits there on the bed and goes, "Oh, now that takes me back." Giggle on that one.
I love her. She's one of my favorites.
Oh,
literally. The guys that crashed a hen do, they swing from ropes. Yet they're on top of the buildings when they swing from ropes. So I don't know where these ropes are attached to, but they're there. They're swinging. They're doing it. A little plot hole there. Fucking another one for the old thoughts.
Yeah, the only one.
Right. So, well, yeah, that's the only plot hole. The entire film. Yeah, that's it. Can I just say, when I eventually have my stag do, if I don't have a group of friends who want to dance in flippers,
we're not doing anything Mamma Mia themed. I can tell you that now.
I need to go back to the drawing board. Right. Next point. Harry pays for the wedding, and then he tries to pay for the wedding, and he's like, "No, you have to catch me first," and runs away like a child. I love that scene. It's great. He's like, "No, you have to catch me first." Just waddling down the stairs. Got another one. Everybody running up the steps for the wedding. Honestly, at the very end, no, there's no need to go up that many steps, and none of them are sweating by the end of it. Literally, and they're all up there like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I don't need water. Nothing. This is fine." Holy shit, the fitness must be up there. And the fact that Meryl Streep's character, Donna, she sings like a 3-4 minute song, and she's extremely late. And I'm like, at worst, she'll be a couple minutes behind everyone. What's going on here?
Now you say the word sing.
Hey, Meryl Streep can sing, don't you dare.
She can.
Not in this.
Now, Pierce, honestly, yeah, he's shit. He shouldn't have sung in this film. No amount of auto-tune is going to save that man. I'm sorry. It's just, oh my God. Whenever he's the main singer and he like SOS and he looks at her so seriously and his facial expressions are like, "I'm into this." He's like, SOS. Oh, God,
he's trying his best, guys. He's trying his best.
I'm sorry, but this is one of those situations where his best is just not enough. I also have on here, I don't care if you slept with hundreds of men, scene, and then she has to clarify she didn't sleep with hundreds of men. It's funny. The poor priest. Probably. Well, at least 3 anyway. The poor priest, he's sat there. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Bless him. He's like, wait, who's getting married to who? What's going on? The what, sorry?
He got to ring a bell.
He did. He got to marry someone in the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not how marriage licenses work, but...
Plus, he was already married as well.
What, the priest, or...?
No, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, no, he is divorced.
Yeah,
he does say he's divorced.
Oh, he actually is divorced, is he? So I can work it out at that point.
I mean, he did kind of
left her.
say it.
Howdy.
Yeah.
I mean, I had lost a lot to live by that point, but...
Even Mark was like, "This is a shit film." Oh, he is divorced. Okay, it's a shit film anyway. So.
Yes, it's shit, but it's still a professional.
I put Piers can't sing in capital letters. Actually, he can't sing. He just. I don't think I need to say more on that one. And Rosie and Bill's song at the end. When I was watching it, Ali looked at me and went, "It's kind of like how our drunk adventures are." I want to clarify now. She doesn't like crawl after me while I'm trying to run away. But for some reason, we might find ourselves with one of us hanging off of a building and the other one saying, "I can't let go." We might be walking, we might be dancing, we might be talking. Who knows? So yeah, it's just a bit of a giggle on that one, isn't it? I love this film. It's great. No matter what mood I'm in, watch this film. I just keep it in a good mood. Beautiful. And Mamma Mia, here we go again. I got to say, different set of film, I know, but the casting for the women they did right, the men they did wrong.
You're not going to talk in this movie. No.
Fine. This film, it was beautiful. And another fun fact, you'll love this one. For the end credits, if you dare venture to there.
Benny!
Benny! They were
got to.
they were drinking quite a lot to film that, apparently.
Yeah, you can tell. It's great. They are essentially on holiday in Greece, filming a musical full of ABBA songs. And that is, it's my dream job.
Yeah, 100%. Why would you not love this film? Mark, right, anyway.
No, I'm going to Taz, actually. Taz, your thoughts on this one?
I love it. I think it's delightful. The male leads are having the time of their lives. Pierce Brosnan is just trying his best at something new, and I respect him for that. It wasn't good, but I love that he's trying.
No, you're straight.
Colin Firth is just adorable and hilarious, and I love him. I especially love that we get to see goth Colin Firth in this.
Oh, that
it's
was
very
terrible.
Interesting. That was so good. What are you talking about? And
that looked like
I think
someone dressed as a school play, like when they dress the kids up.
It's so good. I think my favorite scene in this though might be one of my favorite scenes is the "Lay Will Love on Me" scene. Because just a random group of men emerged from the sea to stop them fucking on the beach, and I think that's really funny. Like, it made me laugh. I loved it. I actually think the voulez-vous scene is actually quite anxiety-inducing, as everyone realizes that they could be her dad, and they're like all approaching her, like wanting to walk her down the aisle, and she's just like panicking. I think that's actually a really great scene and quite scary. It's kind of great. Plus, I love that song. So, I wish I was in this film. It sounds like a great time.
Yes.
Yes, I want to be in it. And I just love to be one of the extras who shows up and dances in the background. I think it's really wholesome that all three of the guys just are happy to be Sophie's dads. Like, they don't argue, they don't hate each other. They're just buddies, and they just like being in her life. And I think that's really sweet. And yeah, I just think it's also wild that Tom Hanks helped produce this film.
Oh, really?
I was looking at the credits at the end. I was like, huh? Yeah. So that happened.
Well, I now no longer like Tom Hanks. So
I'm really sorry. Can I just quickly add? I nearly cried at the song with Sophia and her mum when they start singing.
Absolute loser.
School bag in hand.
Oh my
that
god!
Song.
In the second one, that montage scene. That one gets me. Oh.
I can literally every single time. Every time. It's emotional. There's so much emotion behind it.
There is.
There really is. Ali agrees. Those are safety scissors, Mark.
What?
And that's not very safe of you.
No, it's not, is it?
It's really not.
You're not to YouTube for that one. Niall, please give people a balanced review of this movie.
I agree with everything that Marcus has said. No, I do not.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to have to decipher my drunken scrawlings. I've written good story, good dialogue, great singing and acting, and this film has none of these things.
Oh.
And then I got a bit weirded out that this was a real film. So I started Googling how much everyone got paid to be in it. Meryl Streep got paid £3 million for this. No, she was the highest paid person on it, so at least Pierce Brosnan didn't get more, because I would have paid him about a tenner, I think, to do that.
£2.
You would have taken money off them.
Yeah, he owes me money for making me watch it. I kept thinking as well, if this film was made now, everybody would think that it was AI. And I still think it is.
AI could not make this. Come on.
This is a beauty.
Sure.
AI can't make art this level.
But like none of the people behave like human beings.
It's because it's a musical. They'd never do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but so's like La La Land, and so's
Yeah,
Sister Act. They're all musicals. They all act like normal people.
Sister Act was. We should do that.
Ones, they act weird as hell.
But the weird thing about this as well is it's like everyone acts weird, but they're also all terrible, and none of them are likable at all. Like Meryl Streep's character takes one of the guys, even though she doesn't know who the father is. She took his dying aunt's money to open that hotel.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
there you go then.
The aunt may have thought that he was the dad. But I don't know. There's lots of little things like that make me think these people.
Stole an old she stole an old woman's money.
She did, and she may have lied to her.
She spent it better.
Right. The other thing is, am I missing something here? What's the link between Greece and ABBA? Why was that
the
a
link
thing?
To what?
What's the link between the Greek island and ABBA?
There's none.
Nothing, I don't think.
I don't get it. Like, who thought this up?
There's one thing. ABBA, some decent songs. Greek islands, it's a decent place for holiday.
That's no.
Right.
What more of a link do you? What link do you need?
Let me describe how mental this is.
During Eurovision or something. I don't know.
This is like pitching Schindler's List, right, as a film, and going, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. You go, yeah, but they are all going to be singing Rizzle Kick songs, like, the whole way through.
Did you hear the
that's a problem because...
You're mad!
In a Butlins, in Bognor Regis.
Yeah.
I love this. All these things are great ideas to me. Do you know what? Let's get on it.
Right, okay. I'm still going. We're halfway down the page.
Oh, wow.
Here I've just written
4 pages.
No, it's only 1 page. What a waste of talent.
Agreed.
I think all these actors are good, or even great, in other things. But some sort of evil spirit to do with the film sucks their acting skill. Meryl Streep cries in this film, and it's the worst crying that I've ever seen any actor ever do crying before. It was awful. Real bad.
Maybe it's like, remember that film we did called that One Cut of the Dead, where it starts off as a really shit film, but it's actually really a good film. Guys, this is what it could be. Maybe we missed out on something.
You didn't watch the second half, clearly. That was it.
Oh, if there's a second half, if it's actually 4 hours long, I think I'd rather not see it.
Well, extended cut and all, you know.
And then I've put here, my favourite scene was the scene where an old lady tries to sleep with a minor on the beach in public. And then as Marcus was...
That is ABBA's most dodgy song.
Yeah, why would you include it?
And yet it's such a banger.
Does like, your mother know?
After they filmed it, they gone, this sounds a bit, they gone, no, that's fine.
Bit dodge.
Okay.
It's like listening to like My Sharona or something where you're like, oh yeah, it's a good song. And then you hear the lyrics and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
that was the original as well.
Scenes. Especially as it comes out of nowhere as well. Like that song just happens. Like the guy just appears on the boat and is like, hey.
Okay, so the thing you need to know about Mamma Mia.
Just swims up like, hello.
This can be used.
Well, that's the thing. I think they were like, right, we'll put one ABBA song in the middle. And the guy was like, oh, they won't just sell us the rights to one song. We have to buy 17. And he's like, oh, we're going to have to fucking use them all.
The second one's even more random. Like, the story is even more like, hinged on these random ABBA songs that weren't used in the first one. So literally the entire story is like based on just the fact that they need to use these songs up.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Was
it's so absurd.
One last thing I've got on here, and that is right. Got to the end of the film, and I thought, oh my god, there's not even anybody from ABBA in this film. And then Benny was in the end credits for like 1 second.
They paid
clearly
a lot of money
drunk.
for that.
I think they just got him pissed, if I'm honest, because he was just in with a load of random people, clearly nowhere near the film. So I had to scrub that out. But
so
yeah,
you watched the end credits.
Really understand. Huh?
You watched the end credits then?
Yeah, because stuff was happening. And I thought, well, might as well watch this. I'm fucking in for a penny.
It's a guy who knows. He's a true fan there. I like that. Well done, Noel.
I'm not a fan. I will say I literally hated every second of this. I can't find any gleaming light in it. If I'm honest. It's not even filmed very well.
On the scale of 1 to Grave Encounters 2. What would you rather watch, Mamma Mia or Grave Encounters 2?
I think they're on par, pretty much. I think they're.
Do you know? You just wait until we watch. Wait till we watch the second Mamma Mia. It's happening.
We're never. It's never.
It's actually so good.
Literally.
There's more.
It's even better though.
More chance of us rewatching The Baby on a live stream for 24 hours than us doing.
But do
you know what, Mark? Take a chance on me.
Yeah, see, that's not as much context as the actual film does.
Now I could cat him out of this for the whole of the rest of the stream. So, you gonna behave yourself now?
No.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
All right. So should we go to the next? So keep it up in it. We should go to that. Keep it up in it now.
I bet Marcus is going to unbiddable it.
Probably.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, Marcus.
Unbiddable, obviously.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Same wrong with you. Taz, keep it up in it.
Unbiddable. I'm putting it in a one of those like time things. That you put them in the ground and then someone finds them for years to come. I want historians to find this.
Worst time capsule ever. They'll go like, oh, everybody in the past was really annoying.
Yeah?
No.
They'll go from, like, say, the Aztecs sacrificing people for the sunlight to Mamma Mia.
Yeah, somewhere they lost the ability to sing well, but we can't work out where.
And at
one point, from Mongolian throat singing to this.
Within this year, they made shit films. Topped by Mamma Mia.
Can I just say, they should have actually done this with Mongolian throat singing. That'd be quite good.
Better. Or yodeling.
Yeah,
or yodeling would be quite good. Or with trolls.
Maybe.
No, I'll keep it up in it.
I think it's pretty safe to say that I'm going to bin it.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap it in a cloth. I'm going to take a little journey. 3 books worth of journeys to go to Mount Mordor. And I'm going to throw it into a incineration of volcanic and shit and demonic urine and watch it burn. I'll stand there and watch it burn as it melts, disintegrates. It's in front of me, and I'm going to take every single. It's like that copy of E.T. that everybody just threw into a pit, and I'm going to find every copy of this movie, and I'm going to burn it, and I'm going to watch them burn. I'm going to incinerate it forever.
They do always say that we're meanest to the ones we love the most.
We are, yeah, but that's not true here. So
I think you're secretly a Mamma Mia fan.
Yeah,
Mark, can I just add quickly as well that it's Mordor's the region. It's Mount Doom that you.
I'll just
it's not an incinerator there. It's a big volcano.
Yeah. I'm gonna dig into the center of Mordor. Right at the center of the earth.
That's commitment.
There you go.
That's a man on a mission.
the worst 2 hours of my life.
And 16 minutes.
I still can't believe it's just 2 hours long. That's actually insane.
It felt like 4 hours long.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I watched it twice.
Yes, it's a bin, a very, very, very deep bin.
I'm surprised.
Why?
I'm not.
I've never wanted to do this movie. I let you have this movie as a nicety, thinking it might be fun. It might be fun. It's not. It's not.
After 5 years, he was like, "Do you know what?"
Yeah, never happened again. So let's go to Niall's picnic.
Yay!
Pick National
Hang on.
Treasure.
I've got to change my picture. Carry on
It looks like
talking.
you're on a with the old one.
Okay, we picked
Did it?
National Treasure. We do like a bit of Nicolas Cage in this podcast. It's not the first time we've had a bit of Nicky Cage. So
Nicky.
It's pretty much just a carbon copy of Indiana Jones. So, pretty much. Adventurers find a frozen ship with the coordinates to the Declaration of Independence, which had a map.
Right,
steal it.
It's some
There's a map or
national
something on the back.
treasures. Yeah. Get some
I should
national
put like
treasures
Bruce
in there.
Forsyth on there. Oh, I missed the trick there. Damn it.
You did. And yeah, it's just a madcap adventure with Nicolas Cage in it. So, Niall, I'll go to you first because you picked this one. So, what do you think of this film?
I didn't actually do any notes on this. I writ Natty Treasure on the top of a page. And then I was gone. I was like, oh, Sean Bean. He's amazing as the baddie.
He no die. He no die.
He doesn't die. He does get arrested. Yeah, love Sean Bean. Love Nicolas Cage. And I can't remember the woman's name. All I remember when I look at her is her being strangled to death in Inglourious Bastards. And it makes me sad.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah. Anyway, this film, that doesn't happen. They get a lot of money at the end. And then they have sex in a big house.
Nice.
Noise.
Wait, did I miss this scene? I don't remember this scene at all.
There was the implication. Niall filled in the blanks with his brain.
That's what the map was about. You know, like when you're... I feel like... They were talking in code, so Marcus wouldn't know. The bit with the map where she's like, "Oh, you can figure out where it goes. It goes to her vagina."
Oh, you didn't just spoil it. Oh,
yeah.
Well, now I don't need to watch the film now, do I? I don't need to watch it. You ruined it. That's it.
But I like these films because they're from that time in Disney's life where it didn't take itself very seriously, but didn't churn out crap. So we had films like National Treasure, Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3, and lots of other little, well,
Night in the Museum.
Great. Oh, love Night. Yes. Yeah. Night at the Museum.
Lovely
all sorts of little things like that. That were just just really underrated and good. They're just nice watches.
Kind of like slightly older for a slightly older family, Bill.
Yeah, they were like adult-y, but had a sort of a kids' film sort of feel to it.
I love how Niall just looks very like wistful and like he's thinking about a better time and things were simpler.
Yeah,
back in before National Treasure came out. Yeah. Good times.
I really did enjoy it back then.
Yeah.
And now it's all pain and when will it end?
It'll end in retirement, which will get extended another 20 years. Don't worry.
Oh, we ain't living that long, Marcus. Not a chance. But yeah, I really love this film. It's one of those things that every now and again I remember exists, and I crack the old DVD out and I watch it. Although it's on Disney Plus now, so you don't have to do that.
It is. All three films are on Disney Plus.
I haven't seen the third one. Yeah, it's not got Nicolas Cage in the third one.
Oh, I didn't know there's a third one. I knew there's two.
It's new. Yeah, it came out last year.
Oh.
I think so, last year before.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it, so I assume it's shit.
Usually what that means.
There's just no Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I went into this thinking it would possibly be shit. But then, it kicks into a little bit because the acting at the start is really bad. I mean, really bad. But you start to get into that kind of Nicolas Cage vibe where it's like when you watch a film with The Rock in it. The film's shit, but he makes the movie. Rampage. The film's shit, but it's good because he's in it. I find that with a lot of Nicolas Cage movies. Like I'll watch a Nicolas Cage film, which is awful, but he has that type of weird charisma, which you go, I like Nicolas Cage. I'll watch this.
There is something about him.
It is from that time where Disney hadn't bought like Indiana Jones stuff like that yet, and like let's make our own version, and this is what you get.
Ironically, when they made an Indiana Jones film, it was fucking terrible.
It was. Yeah.
In fact, I haven't watched the last half of that film because I physically can't do it to myself.
We got about halfway through and stopped. Yeah.
How'd you do that? How'd you take such a big franchise and make it rubbish? I don't get it. Yeah. He just has to whip things and steal things off pedestals and punch Nazis. That's it. That's the whole gig. And they're like, time travel. It's like, no. Ah!
I mean, it did kind of have a skull that sort of went.
Yeah, but that was bad as well.
Yeah, even that was good now.
Yeah, I mean, I would watch. I'll probably go and watch the second and the third. That's how much I like this one. But yeah,
second one's really good as well.
Okay,
that's got the guy in it who's really famous, and I can't remember his name or what else he's in.
Yeah, you go. Very famous.
Real famous.
Yeah.
Very memorable.
I'll find out. He's a very famous actor, but also, how good was Angelina Jolie's dad in this film?
Is that Uncle Ben?
Yeah, he's good in everything.
Uncle Ben. I've heard some bad things about an Uncle Ben.
Yeah, with great power and great responsibility.
Yeah,
and all that.
I never knew he was her dad. That's cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah. What more can I say?
I don't know. We'll find out what Taz is going to say. Taz, what are your thoughts on this one?
I really enjoy it. I hadn't watched it in a really long time, so it was nice to go back to it. My main takeaway from this is that Nicolas Cage fucks because he shows up at his dad's house and he immediately assumes that this woman is knocked up by him. And that's a good reputation to have. I love Dr. Chase, Abigail, the one who you couldn't remember the name of, the woman in this, because I'm a big fan of like the respected professional to criminal pipeline. When you sort of get in on it, and it's like that's kind of fun. I really like Riley, who's like the sort of deadpan, funny sidekick. The guy from The Hangover, I think. Is he the one who goes missing in The Hangover?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who's got like 2 lines in it.
Yeah. He had an easy job. He just had to show up, get kidnapped. That was it. I like him, and I don't like his facial hair though. Kind of bad.
It's so much worse in the second one as well. I think he grows a beard.
Oh yeah, it's just grow out a full beard and stop messing around. Like, come on. But I think there's something about him. I can't figure out why, but he kind of reminds me of like, Randy from Scream. Something about him like seems like a more toned down version of him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. 100%. But yeah, when I see characters like this in movies, like heist movies and stuff, I'm like, I just want to play the computer nerd. I want to be the cool hacker guy. Like, it looks so fun. No one's like that in reality. They're all dorks. But someone decided to write that, computer guys were kind of cool. And we just went along with it. And now it's like the thing. But yeah, so...
That's the Matrix fault. They did that.
Yeah, exactly. I think my favorite character of all, though, is the woman at the steak counter. She's in it for like 2 seconds. And she's just amazing. Like, she's a girl's girl. And I love her. But yeah, it sort of hit me with like my sort of realization at the end of this film. It was like 20 minutes to go, and Sean Bean was just talking. I was like, oh shit, He's on the O2 ads.
Yeah, yes, he is. Yeah.
Really, like it just hit me. It took me that long to figure it out. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I love Sean Bean. He has a nice voice, perfect for O2 ads. So it was weird. I forgot he has blonde hair in this, and that was kind of strange. He looks like he should be in California or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loved it overall.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, your thoughts then?
Just real quick, Sean Bean. The way it's spelt, it can't be Sean Bean. It's either Sean
Bean. I always want to say it.
Yeah.
Sean Bourne or Scene
Bean.
He's got to pick.
Yeah.
He's got to pick. Has to pick. Sean Bourne kind of works as more, what do you call it? Classical sort of tone to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Bourne.
I've got a feeling that's why I haven't written any notes, because I went to write down Sean and then I was like, no, never mind.
I mean, it's ironic that his last name is Shaw, which, you know, it's close, but in this film anyway. I do have some notes in this film. So a couple things I want to know about this film. Well, firstly, it's a great film. I really like this. It's a very nice, easy watch. It's light. It doesn't make anything too serious. It just keeps it sort of entertaining throughout. And a few things I have to note on that is one of them, the Charlotte, the ship they find, it's under what, 2 feet of snow? All those years it's been buried and it's just under a couple feet. Nah, that's not really realistic, that one, is it? Next one, the ship alone would have been worth a huge amount of money and they didn't seem to give a single shit whatsoever. They just left that. Cool.
It did blow up.
How did they... It did, well, it did, but none of them had any intention to sell that. Like the gunpowder, they could have been like, look at that gun. Whew, this is a mighty fine price. They could have sold that, but they didn't. They just went, hey, flare, deal with it. How did they get back from the ship when they drove off and left them? Did they walk? I don't know. Something happened. They just made it back. No one stops the van that was getting shot at. I'd like to think the amount of cop cars going by, they'd have been like, hey, these two are having a shootout. Let's investigate. They didn't. Hang on. Go on.
You went through all of this with a Disney film, but you didn't find any plot holes other than the woman in Mamma Mia was wearing shorts at one point. Are you kidding?
No, she's wearing joggers at one point, thank you.
Get your facts.
Right,
are they not the same?
She goes from a bikini to wearing joggers, and then the next scene cut, and it's like, wait, but you were just wearing those, and then she doesn't, and then she does, and it's plot holes. You gotta know these things. You gotta see these things, huh? You gotta know.
Okay, yeah, you've changed my mind now. Carry on.
Which brings me to the next point. When they light the torches in their underground Tomb Raider,
I've always wanted
Indiana Jones things. Do you know, I made one out of I made one out of a sock at one point, and yeah, you probably did. I made one out of a sock at one point. I dipped it in petrol, lit it. It worked for a solid 10 seconds before the petrol dripped down, and it.
Oh my god!
I didn't hold it. No comment. I didn't hold it for long, and the sock sort of fizzled out into some sort of weird mush.
This is why I say you're never going to make it to retirement age, because there's no way you're even. I would say probably for you, 36. I reckon tops.
36. You know, I can. I could probably achieve a fair bit in that age. Yeah.
Well, you have to.
Live fast, die young.
Well, do you know what? That day that happened, you might think I'd be one sock down, I'd be left without a full pair, but no. I didn't use the other sock to try, and it didn't work. So here we are.
Amazing.
Yeah. So my point being, the fire torches, there'd be a lot of dust in those things. Realistically, they wouldn't really burn too well, but they're just burn. The point I was making is this film doesn't really explain a lot, but you could tell it's more for light-hearted fun. It's for humor, and I liked that. They didn't have to explain a lot of it. It just worked. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know why I concentrated on all that. I just sort of noticed it. It's like, hang on a second, that wouldn't work.
The most impressive part of that is you didn't say anything about the magic glasses,
that's just
which for me were the most far-fetched bit.
I love the magic glasses. They look kind of fire.
lenses.
They do look cool.
Cool.
I do apologise for it, by the way. I do have to ask Ali for one quick favour here. Ali, can I ask you to get my charger out of the bag, please, before my laptop dies? Thank you very much.
Oh no!
I love how
had a low battery
since their marriage.
Does that
She
mean we
just
have
came-
to just remove you from the chat? No.
Well, we're going to say no because we have. Hang on, we have 5.
Oh, I dropped my pen.
We have 5 minutes before it shuts down. Oh, thank you. What a babe! Look at this. She's doing it, and I'm probably going to suffer later. Thank you. While she's saving this.
Everyone say
next
thank
thing-
you, Ali.
Thank you, Ali.
Thank you, Ali.
Everyone's saying thank you. They appreciate you. She done a thumbs up and an awkward smile, so I take that as a good thing. Next thing, I got my notes. Some funny things. Speaking of humour, when the what's the blonde lady's name again? It's
Abigail.
someone help me out here. Abigail, thank you. When she jumps behind the counter, and the checkout lady serving is just like, you can't be here. She's like, oh, yeah, I've stayed away from my ex-husband. She's like, who, Baldy? Go, you stay as long as you like. It's just like,
She's such
yes.
a queen. I love her.
Literally. I was just like, yeah.
I want more of her.
Doesn't even question it.
Why are all the shop assistants in this film like that? Because the one in the beginning, he had to buy the Declaration of Independence because he went through the gift shop, didn't he? And she was like, you can't steal that. And he's like, oh, take 9 of them then. And then later on, the one at the diving shop as well, he's like, oh, can I see one of them $100 bills? She's like, fuck no. And he's like, oh.
She's like, but you're not meant to say no.
A lot of this is just them bothering shop workers.
It literally is now I think about it, yeah.
If you take away their age and make them like 12 years old, it's literally like kids going on a scavenger hunt. And everyone's humouring it. They're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I just got hit with a memory. Isn't in the second one? Isn't there an Easter egg hunt at like the White House?
Yeah, no.
That's the only thing I remember from the second one.
Is it their house or is it the White House?
I think it is the White House.
By the way, the baddie in the second one is Ed Harvey, I think it was, who is the bad. No, the. Has anybody seen Westworld?
Yeah.
He's the old guy with the black hat in
Oh.
Westworld.
Oh.
You're making the second one sound like Home Alone, but on steroids.
Second one's about that book that the president's meant to have that's got all the secrets in it.
Do you mean like the
one that just says the moon
classified
landings were
file?
faked on the cover? That one.
No, Neil Armstrong didn't land on the moon to be called fake. Oh no.
Yeah, that one.
I feel like that could be taken in many ways by many people, but we'll leave that to opinion. My last point I had on the film was, ironically, considering Sean Bean's in this, everyone's a terrible shot. No one gets hit. Like, literally, you're standing 5 feet in front of me. Pow, pow. Oh, I've missed you 10 times. Oh, no.
I like the wind-up they do. They do this every time they're going to shoot. They go...
The grunts.
It's like, oh, it's gone.
You got to have the grunts, right? If you don't grunt here and there, how are you going to get a good shot? I'm really glad to do that. But they go for a lot of bullets and they don't hit nothing. Maybe even the leg, something. Add a bit of pizzazz to it. But no, they don't.
They were actually stormtroopers.
It must have been.
Why?
It must have been.
That's
just
my
without
theory.
the armor.
Yeah.
Good film, though. Lovely watch. Nice and entertaining. And I love anything treasure hunty.
Yeah.
With fire.
Cool. Okay.
Mark looks very concerned, and I don't think it's in a good way.
I told you, I really enjoyed this film. It's I like Nicolas Cage. He's a good actor. I'll watch pretty much anything he's in now. So, right, keep it up in it. So Taz, keep it up in it.
I'm gonna keep it.
Marcus, keep it up in it.
Keep it.
I will also keep it. And Niall, keep it in.
Unbinnable.
Oh,
You got to
so
keep
many
it for your
unbinnable
sick
right
days.
around.
Oh no, he missed
love
it.
this
He
film.
aimed for the bin.
It's a
Oh
classic.
no.
Cool. Right, then that's 3 keeps and 1 unbillable. So our final film is Jaws. But before we get to that, it's a quick shout out to our second new sponsor, Budgens and Dragons. They are a D&D improv podcast, which I will be on in a very distant future because he's got quite a few on backup. But go and check them out. They're really, really funny. We'll put a trailer at the end of the podcast for you to have a listen to as well. Great bunch of guys. They're funny, and if you like a bit of improv comedy, it is definitely worth a listen. Cool. So, Jaws. Kill a shark. They go and kill the shark. Fun and frolics. They kill a child at the start. Taz, I'm going to you first because you picked this one. What are your thoughts on Jaws?
I'd say it's one of my favorite films ever. It's so good. I don't know how the fuck I watched it so young because how am I not scared of sharks? I watched this as like an actual child, and now I watch it back and I'm like, why did my dad let me watch this? Why did people like limbs get ripped off? It's grim. But yeah, I love it. It's I just love.
It's like an entry point. It's like an entry point horror for a lot of people.
Exactly. Because it's not. It doesn't look like because it's so. It's one of those films that's like in broad daylight a lot of the time. Like it's not your typical sort of It's what people liked about Midsummer, where it's like it's not dark and gloomy. It's not like it's set in the summer. It's set during 4th of July mostly. I love how the dread in the first half of this film. Like the first hour is like them, figuring out the danger of the shark. I mean, just the infuriating thing of the mayor not wanting to shut the beach down. And then the second half is more killing off the shark and going on the sort of journey to get it. But yeah, like the shot compositions in this are incredible. Like especially during the first attack scene where the chief is like on the beach, like he's like sure something's gonna happen, and he's like looking out for things and people like talking to him, and it's just the build up of that is so good. But yeah, still like amongst the sort of like brightness of summer and sort of the excitement of that, and everyone just wants to go free swimming and stuff, and then just this guy just sat there like, no. It's very his like the feeling of him sat there on the beach, like looking out for things happening, is like me when I go to London. Like I understand the feeling so well. Like it's just that waiting for something to happen, like it will. I really like all the actors in this. Like obviously Robert Shaw is great. He has the best monologue ever. I like Richard Dreyfuss in this, but it's a shame he's such a cunt in real life because I like him in this film, but he's just a terrible person, unfortunately. Watching the mayor in this, I watched this not too long after the pandemic, and it was like difficult to watch it because I was like, this feels a little familiar.
Yeah.
Just a little too familiar for my liking, and that just added like an extra layer of horror to it. But yeah, just I love it so much. Ending is great. They blow the shark up. The fact that as everyone says, it's a good thing that the shark doesn't show up that much in this film, because like when it does, you're like, holy shit, that's a big shark. Like it's massive. But yeah, if they had it in more and like showed it more earlier on, I think it wouldn't have been as effective. Yeah, even like the scenes that aren't so brutal in this film, like the opening scene with the woman who gets killed during her swim, like that was like there's no gore in that, but she's like screaming for her life and is like, I don't want to die. And it's like, God, that's actually really hard to watch. Like she's so like scared, and yeah, even in those moments it's like really intense. So I can see why a lot of people are scared of sharks after this film.
I mean, like I said, but the lack of reveal till near the end, it makes that scene where the two boys with the fake fin makes that a lot more impactful as well.
Yeah.
And that kind of, I love the scene where he's thrown the chub into the water, and then you get to see a proper kind of visual of the chub.
Yeah.
That's an amazing scene. It's so well shot.
Yeah, because he doesn't even see it for a second. Like he's looking away, and you see the shark before he does, and it's like, oh shit.
Stop throwing it in the water! Stop throwing it in the water! Ah, there he is. No, it's such a well shot film. It still holds up today, weirdly. Like you could show somebody trying to get into horror this, and it would be going to put up on that pedestal with some of the greatest horrors of all time. So That's such a great film.
Isn't it like the reason we have summer blockbusters? Like it made that much money and just started the whole thing of like movies coming out in the summer and it being a big thing. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
For a horror film to do that, that's an amazing feat. Marcus, your thoughts on this one?
Okay. Well, so Jaws, as everyone I'm sure can agree, is a cult classic. It's one of those where, like you said, Mark, you can sort of always go back to it, and it always sort of holds a place with everyone. I mean, let's state the obvious. It's not great graphics. You can tell now anyway. The shark is clearly fake.
Not even graphics. It's a puppet.
No,
how dare you say that about Bruce?
See? It's a goddamn puppet.
Okay.
Bruce.
Great picture, by the way. Look at that picture.
Wow, look at that. That is a beautiful specimen.
I like how he's just sitting there. Oh, he's probably on his lunch.
He's just chilling out, isn't he? But you look at it now, and there's things you can spot. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we've seen so many films. You spot things. You think, hey, I can see that. I can see this.
You've seen a lot of shark films too.
I have. Cocaine Shark. This holds nothing compared to it. There's no cocaine in this film. What the hell, guys? You
That's
missed
why we still
something
watch
here.
Under Paris.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we need to watch it. Like, but yeah, no, this film. I think it really highlights the negligence that the general public tend to have for these sort of things. Like they're all on the beach, and obviously the policemen are like, "Hey, like listen to me. You're fucking in danger. What the fuck you doing?" And they're like, "Haha. Anyway, fuck you. Right, we're gonna do what we want." And then it's like, "Oh no, he was right. Anyway, let's cause a panic. Let's just all run, cause a panic, do everything wrong. That's the best way to deal with this." And it just highlights how people would react today. That's the typical thing. I love the Quint's character. That is Quint, isn't it? The shark hunter who sings the Spanish songs. Yeah, he's amazing. It's really sad that he dies at the end. He shouldn't. Spoilers. We should say this.
This film that came out in like 1975 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, just in case, just in case. Hey, I took 6 years to see. 6 years to see Mamma Mia. Here we go again. So just in case.
Damn.
Fuck off with your Mamma Mia shit. Let's not talk about shit films. Pure classic.
Yeah.
With Jaws, a couple of fun facts, which this one might seem obvious, but did you know it was genuinely filmed on the Atlantic Ocean? Atlantic
Lotion.
Give that.
That one.
No,
So smooth. The Atlantic Ocean.
That's the lotion of choice.
Hopper, the character, was originally meant to die, but they changed that because they thought, let's keep him alive. And what else was there? Apparently they went way over budget, but I think that was kind of obvious from how they shot the film. There's a lot of
I think
stuff.
that was mostly probably because of the shark breaking as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Also, fun fact: you noticed that the shark in one scene wasn't wearing jogging bottoms, and then he was.
Well, do you know what? I'm glad you brought
legs.
this up, Mark. Do you know what? Thank you, both of you. I'm glad you brought this up because actually, if you look at one scene, you'll see the fin at one point is like this, and then another point, it's like that, and it just honestly, it makes such a difference to the film. I actually feel disappointed that they let that slip, but hey, here we are. That aside, though, it's a good film.
Have you noticed that he's not said anything bad about Mamma Mia? But
he's
in
all
the other two films, all Marcus has done is
well, I'm sorry, Mark, but the other films don't hold up to the Mamma Mia standard, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
How can I rate something unbinnable if I'm going to chat shit about it?
Whoa.
Exactly. Back to Jaws, though. Good old chompers.
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
It's looking at the film now. It's a slow burner film. It's one of those films where I'd have, maybe talking to someone or doing whatever. I find it difficult to sit and just watch as it is because, especially when you know what's going to happen. The music comes on, you know what's going to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Someone's going to get you in. But no, it is well shot, especially for how old it is as well. And the one key thing I think this film has that a lot of films don't have now, because they use a lot of CGI to try and bring up the film standard. There's clearly passion in this film. They wanted it to look good. They wanted it to come across as a good story. And all of the cast seem to actually contribute to that, which is why you don't mind that the shark is clearly rubber or whatever it is. you don't care about these things because everyone's really getting into it. It's a nice film.
Okay. Fair enough. Niall, your thoughts on this?
Me. Yeah, it's great. It's a proper.
Cheers, well done. Keep up in
it. It's a proper film nerd film, isn't it? Really, it's like every scene has got like this little quirk of like, how do I explain it? One of my favorite weird bits to watch in this is the bit where the policeman's getting the car boat thing, and the mayor turns up behind him in the car, and then the whole scene you have a fixed camera that's looking directly at his face, and you can see the background, and then the boat is moving, and then as the characters are talking to each other, they move closer to the camera, but everything else is happening in the background, and it looks really cool. And I always forget how like cool some of the shots are in Jaws. Yeah, great.
I love the shot where on the beach where there's like the guy, and then like you sort of got the cool focus, and like you can see exactly what's happening in the background. I love those.
Apparently, they did that with the bit where it zooms in on his face is all done with like it's all fixed camera, and it's all done with tricks and stuff. So
you've got to like move the camera and zoom at the same time, but you've got to match the speed.
Yeah, that's very clever.
I can't remember the technical name, but some people call it the trombone zoom.
All right.
I did know the technical name at one point.
Yeah.
That would look really impressive if I remembered it.
See, this is what I mean. This is a film nerd film.
I'm sorry, did you call it the trombone zoom?
Yeah, because of the way it moves. Like the camera moves, the zoom goes at the same time. So they call it trombone.
Trombone's like the
one that goes
thing, right? Yeah. Okay. All
right. What else? It's generally still creepier than most things we watch. Just the whole going in the water thing has always been a bit creepy, and this film does that so well.
Tell you what, I did watch a David Attenborough thing recently about ocean creatures, and some of them are fucking weird looking. Like, I wouldn't want to go in there.
I was swimming in Spain once, and there was the biggest fucking jellyfish I've ever seen in my life, and it was so far away, and like me and my mates were just like, nope, let's get out. That shit's scary.
The further down you go in the ocean as well,
they get really gnarly.
They look.
Yeah, it gets a bit weird.
You ever seen the sea urchin up close?
Have you seen a blobfish?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it out of the water when it expands and literally looks...
goes on mucusy.
God.
Yeah, they're pretty grim. So yeah, it's got that whole floor is lava thing going on, but with the sea, which I quite like. I love all the scenes on the boat. That for me is best half of the film, because the lead up to it does get quite sloggy, some of it, because especially as you know, I mean, all the characters sort of explain why they're being stupid and not closing the beach, but you sort of have to slog through that a lot. I find it's very wordy, and my ADHD doesn't allow me to get through. I think is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I love all the boat scenes, although that has like 1 minute it's like action packed, thrilling shark chase, and the next minute they're all singing and getting pissed together, which I kind of like. The other thing this film does really well is like the sheer fucking chaos of like this community all living like really close to each other, and all these people from somewhere else coming in every year, and it's just absolute fucking chaos. And it's all just like two policemen like trying to control it all, and it's not going to work.
It's like Clacton each year.
Yeah, except if they had one constable just going, don't stand on that. Oh, he's doing it. It's fucking
turn around, like, oh no, it's the other one.
Yeah.
Instead, I just had one cunt.
Well, he
does have a pretty cool suit though with the anchors on it. I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I was like, I kind of want it.
It's like that meme, isn't it? If you don't think people will like wise up to something, just remember that the mayor is still the mayor in Jaws 2.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit weird.
That's a good point, to be honest.
Yeah. That's all I've got to say about it, really. It's a classic, isn't it? I mean, I just agree with everything you said. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think it's one of the best ones we've watched. But again, sometimes you get the best ones that we've watched. They've got the least to speak about, which is really weird.
Yeah,
but,
it's always
ironic.
like really old films as well. We do this with. It's like with the Hammer horror films. We all enjoyed.
Just
what more would you say about them?
Yeah, generally just good films. So
yeah, not as good as Cocaine Shark though. So.
Masterpiece.
So Cocaine Shark would run.
Have you not heard that in Brazil there's sharks being tested for positive for cocaine now because the amount of drug drops are going wrong?
It's like just bear, but with actual sharks now.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real, yeah. We'll be living the film soon. Ah!
I need to have a full beard so I can ride a boat in the sunset, and then 2 seconds later, it'd be shaved while I also ride into the sunset.
Oh, that's what Jaws could have been.
It could have, should have, would have.
There you go. So, do we do the keep some minutes then?
Yeah,
let's go.
Okay. Taz, keep it a minute.
Unbiddable.
Unbiddable. Perfect. I will also unbiddable then. Marcus, keep it up in it.
You know what's going to be a keep, but to be honest, unbiddable. Even today, there's not really a lot you can say wrong about it. It's not. It's one of those films. You expect it for what it is, and it's still good. Unbiddable.
Well, I'm going to have to agree because I'm not going to be the only one to not unbinnable Jaws. That's madness. Madness, I say. So yeah,
well, at least it's not a situation like with The Shining where we all hated it. So
I do hate The Shining.
There we
you
go.
need mushrooms to make that film good.
That is
so what we're saying is Steven Spielberg is way better than Stanley Kubrick. Fact.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he had influence on his film, but yes.
Oh, Stanley Kubrick was just an arsehole on all the levels.
Yeah.
There you go. That's our choices for this month. And that is one more summer gone. But we do have the next 2 months booked in because obviously next month is September. But then we also go into October, which is our 5th year of Halloween specials.
Jesus,
and our 5th year
Christ.
of Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. But before we get to that stage, we've also come straight a little bit out of Fright Fest as well. So I have a couple of screeners for Fright Fest, but also something else was brought to my attention that is also a big film, which is coming up to a big anniversary. So I've changed a few of my choices. So we'll definitely be doing one coming out of Fright Fest called Scared Shitless.
Yeah.
So we're doing this one. which I already had a screen link for that one. Potentially this next one, if I can get the screener for it. If not, I will have to change around a little bit. But I am potentially doing the Wardlack, which has been getting amazing reviews. It's been getting really, really good reviews. I think it's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Am I going to have to learn French?
No.
I won't.
Can't give them the satisfaction.
Yeah.
If we can't do that one, then we'll be doing Hostile Dimensions.
That's good.
Is this Monster Inc., but the live action version?
It does look like that.
It looks like it.
It's the hentai version, yeah. However, one film that we have to do, because it is 20 years old, and Niall had brought this up to me already. We do Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh. How's that for a piece of fried gold?
There we go.
He said it. He said the line.
He said the line.
Have we done this on the podcast before, though?
Not as far as I know.
We may have done in the first year.
Oh.
Then we'll do it again because we've got Taz here now.
Yeah,
that's back when we had like 20 viewers. Now we have like 40. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We have to be 5 now.
Or did we do Hot Fuzz?
Oh, I did have Hot Fuzz. I rewatched it again recently.
We've definitely done one of them.
I think we did Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
We definitely did do Hot Fuzz. We definitely did both. But there you go. So our choices. So our next time the choices will be Scared Shitless, hopefully the Vorderlack, because I'm looking forward to watching that one myself, and Shaun of the Dead as well. And a couple of other ones that might be popping up as well, because Hunter is coming off his summer break, and he'll be coming back to do this records with me as well. There is a brand new one from Full Moon, who have their new film label now, which is a little bit more kind of darker stuff with a little bit more of a weirder twist. So we'll be doing one of their ones, and a couple of other authors are going to come pop on the podcast and share their views as well. So we've got a few extra episodes popping around. But again, October, we do have the return of Revenge of Michael Myers, which is Halloween 5. The Dream Child, which continues on from last year's awful movie of Nightmare on Elm Street. And Return of Jason Voorhees in number 5, possibly. 1 second. It is A New Beginning, which is a very weird one. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think of this one. But we're going to our 5th year of the franchise. We will finish the franchise. We will. Nice. But yeah, so as always, a huge shout out to our sponsor, Abominable Book Club. You see them in the top corner, and have been through the whole episode. They are the UK's biggest and best horror and thriller book box service, bringing a wonderful haunted bookshop straight to your door each month. You can get just a bare bones box, which is great. We all just love books, or you can get the full guts box, which is a brand new book, possibly a haunted second-hand book, and another indie title as well. You also get UK snacks, UK drinks, and you also get bookmarks, badges, bags, random artwork in there as well sometimes. Go and check them out. Use the code BloodyGoodReads at checkout to get 10% off your first box. And as always, you can catch us over on Twitter at BloodyGoodReads, Instagram at BloodyGoodReads, and now on TikTok at BloodyGoodReads. Oh my God. We are on. We have a few bits on TikTok, and not doing too bad. Doing all right. So go check us out in there as well. And yeah, as always, I have been your host, my God. There's been a weird episode this episode, but there you go. And I started to fill up for some reason. So it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Taz.
Adios.
Goodbye from Niall.
The best thing in life is the very best things that happen unexpectedly. Mamma mia. Bye-bye.
Ass, oh, ass.
What about it, Sheridan?
By the way, what I was going to say, because I wrote it in my notepad, but I didn't think anybody would remember it, because I don't think I did. There's a bit where they're getting married, and she goes, oh, that's why they're here. Because she finds out they're here because they might be her dad, even though that's not a twist. Why else would they fucking be there? So because I wrote, oh my God.
The three of them are her dad.
Maybe.
Well, they're just on a spontaneous adventure, aren't they? Clearly.
So anyway, I was going to say, oh my God, we're here to do a podcast. So I didn't think we'd get that.
Must be why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Take a chance
on us.
I know. Anyway, bye.
Goodbye from Marcus.
Doodles.
It was very ASMR of you.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was
good. And totally wrong.
That'd be good on Mark's TikTok.
Yeah,
ASMR with Marcus.
I'm going to add that.
You can do a compilation of all his toodles.
Oh,